Well, we're back. Now responding to requests from thousands of our loyal viewers, I'm going to put your minds to the test. A little quiz here.
The sadistic viewers.
I'd say.
Oh, well, I have a list of phrases and labels. You know, we were talking about labels earlier and definitions. And so we're going to sort of continue that and ask you to define off the top of your head. You're not supposed to be looking at this list.
I can't.
This is not a contest, you understand. So just define for me.
Why do I feel like I'm in school again?
I don't know. You shouldn't be. This is just supposed to be fun. You see. Define. I was having an argument with my wife the other day about whether a busted flush or a flush were different.
Wait,
Never
don't
mind.
ask me that one.
Well, I'm saying yes. The busted flush is a flush you didn't quite make. You're drawing to
that's the boat that John D.
McDonald. But isn't that a busted flush?
What's a slasher novel? These are all toss-ups, so either one of you can jump.
I think a slasher novel is one that's driven by the real visceral threat of heavy-duty violence,
Okay.
and it probably occurs, and very often it occurs at the beginning of the book. Draws you. You see that grim, gritty scene take place, and even if it doesn't occur through the rest of the book, that sense of really mortal danger,
to everybody
ugly
involved,
danger, hangs over you.
That's exactly what I would have said if you.
Very good.
Did I win, teacher?
You win.
Yeah. What is and frequently employing things like chainsaws?
No, I guess I haven't
Add
read
to
a lot
that.
of slasher novels.
Well, I haven't either, and
Well, in the movies they employ a lot of
Slasher,
chainsaws.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
sure about
well,
books.
how would you define the mystery? What's a mystery?
Mystery
And
is.
don't say life.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
That's
I could.
outside the bound.
All right. No, I think a mystery is a novel in which the mystery is a mystery, a specific crime, and the detection of that crime and the solution to that crime is given center stage in the book.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say it's a book essentially in which a question has been asked, and the book revolves around its answer.
It's solving.
More often than not, it's a crime, but there are probably other
Yes.
kinds of mysteries
Oh,
as
sure.
well.
Kidnapping
Yeah.
or a caper or.
Vanity Press.
It has, I think, a less certain meaning today, I suppose.
Do you really?
Well, I don't know.
A vanity press is a press that you pay to
Yeah.
publish your book.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what I would. And
But
that-
anymore, there
But
are
there's-
publishing houses that you pay,
Yeah.
and they pay part of it as well, and so it's a joint venture. And
It's
so is that
muddied.
a vanity press? I don't know.
It's muddied somewhat. I don't know.
I don't know either. That's an interesting point. POD. You know what that means?
Print
Print
on
on demand.
demand.
Print on what is it? That Vanity Press?
No, I think we don't really have much. We have one of my books is POD, and it's a book that has been out of print. But if somebody wants it for $19, they can go and get a very, I think, substandard copy of the book from a very big press in New York for a book that probably would have cost them $6.99 initially. I mean, I think it's insane. I think POD ultimately may be the survival of books, but
And print on, correct me if I'm wrong, but print on demand also doesn't necessarily require that you as the author put money up front. There are
No,
print on demand companies that will take your book, they'll put them out there.
That would be true, but that's not what POD means. See,
Oh, really?
This is a common. POD is a technology. It
Yes.
has nothing to do with the press, who pays, or anything like that. It's a means of turning a manuscript into a bound book.
I mean,
on a one-on-one basis.
The way it was initially presented to me was that someday you will be able to go to a bookstore and the books will be, I don't know how they said face out. I'm not sure how that's possible. But you go and you look at a book and you decide you want it. You go up to the counter, you say, I want this book, and 10 minutes later you have it. There will be a production facility in bookstores.
Right.
Now, I don't know, this might be science fiction.
I think what's going to happen instead is they'll put it on a flash drive for you.
Oh. Okay.
download it from a central location
Well,
for a small fee and rent it.
what about
Libraries
those of
will do that
us
too.
who still like to have the physical book?
Well, you'll be able to do that. I mean, it's not going to go away. It's another marketing
Sure.
tool. It's another marketing technique, just as print on demand is, which is used by large publishers, small publishers. It has nothing to do with who's paid. It's not part of Vanity Press necessarily.
That's right.
It's a separate. And that's
Doesn't
an
Barnes and
important
Noble
thing.
have a division that's basically print on
Sure,
demand?
they own a big print
Yeah.
on demand thing.
I just signed a contract with a press that's going to produce a number of thousand of copies of the book initially, and then they'll go to print on demand.
Well, you know what?
I'm doing 200 or 300.
Oh, no.
Oh,
yes.
no.
Oh.
Thank
Hey,
you to Monica Ferris.
got 'em right, I think.
And my
I think
host,
so.
Ellen Hart.
Do we get an
and Ken
A?
Kruger. You get an A. That's it for this episode. You can find additional information about us at our website, www.minnesotacrimewave.org. There you'll find links to previous programs. You can learn about the books we've written, and you can also subscribe to our occasional newsletter. If you want to receive a list of the books we've talked about here and other programs, email us. If you have questions, email us, minnesotacrimewave@yahoo.com. Be sure to mention the title or the number of the program you're writing about. This was episode number 16. So we'll see you next time. And as always, as Ellen says, read more mysteries.